The Central Baltic program is making series of video for cost eligibility. This video is about external expertise and service cost. Firstly, Sana will present key eligibility principles, also several program-specific rules, and then we will touch most common cases based on the questions received from project partners.
This budget line includes expenditure for external experts and service providers to carry out project tasks and activities. This includes studies, surveys, translations, first-level controls, trainings, ICT solution development, and participation fees for events, to name but a few. There are 5 key eligibility principles. The work by external experts and service providers must be essential for the project. Public procurement rules and the requirement for price comparison must be applied by all partners. Before purchases, read program manual and follow it to avoid mistakes. A separate video on public procurement provides also more guidance on this issue. However, I remind you of the importance of a transparent and well-documented process to avoid conflicts of interest and other mistakes. The principle of sound financial management is always applied when choosing the service provider. Subcontracting between project partners, including also associated partners, is not allowed. And finally, travel and accommodation expenses for external experts are reported under this budget line. Then, there are a few program-specific requirements for catering. Cost for lunch is eligible for a whole day meeting, minimum of 6 hours, including lunch. Each meeting day is considered separately. Costs for dinner can be included for events that last for more than 1 day, so that you must have a project meeting on next day as well. When choosing the restaurant, keep in mind the principle of sound financial management and choose an average priced one. Alcoholic beverages are eligible only at special occasions together with the meal and in moderation. This means 1 glass per person.
How about the groceries?
The cost of groceries or similar catering is eligible if 3 conditions are met. First, the event is project relevant. Second, the event has external participants such as stakeholders or local people, whatever is relevant in your project. And there is a separate invoice for these groceries. This means that you cannot divide invoices when the institution is buying a larger amount of groceries. For example, you meet with the local community and you buy coffee and biscuits from the shop and have a separate receipt for that. This is eligible. But keep in mind that groceries for project meetings are covered with the flat rate for office and administration costs.
Could you explain how to ensure proper audit trail for the event if partner organization uses external services for that?
Let's say a project kick-off meeting with catering and external speaker. What is needed is agenda, including full-day topics of the event, as this is the clear linkage between the cost and the project. Contracts or written agreements are required depending on the amount. For example, if you agree with the external speaker to cover the travel costs, then an email is enough. You don't have to prepare a separate agreement, but written proof should be available. Similar is with the catering. Proof of delivery is key to demonstrate the eligibility. Signed list of participants is needed for the catering invoice. Presentation of the external speaker is also needed, that he or she delivered what was ordered and paid for. Paid invoices, naturally, and proof of payment is always necessary.
The project is organizing a one-day-long event or workshop and plans a welcoming get-together for participants on the evening before the meeting. Is this an eligible cost?
Organizing such an event can be eligible if the meeting or workshop starts early and therefore the participants arrive already the day before. Naturally, this event must have an agenda which shows the connection and relevance to the project and its topic. As a supporting document, a separate list of participants is needed. The cost of such an event should be moderate, keeping in mind the sound financial management principle.
Could you explain how to take care of the audit trail for different type of activity, let's say study or research?
First, the documents for the selection of the service provider are needed. For most cases, a price comparison is enough. However, if the price exceeds the national or EU threshold for public procurement, the tendering materials as supporting documents are needed. Second, contact or written agreement is required, including proof of the price. Then, invoices and proof of payment are, as usual, necessary for the cost to be eligible. Finally, this publication or study will be part of the audit trail as proof of delivery. As this is a concrete output, the publicity rules must be followed. It means that to be eligible, the publication or study must have EU and program logos together with the textual reference to the EU financing.
So, to summarize, the most important to remember about external expertise and service costs is that cost must be essential for project, sound financial management principles must be applied, all partners, regardless of their legal status, must apply public procurement rules for all purchases. And finally, proof of delivery is needed.